it with the motor dash. Run it back, running back. Face back with the shoulder pass.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. About the act and run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feel it like a fatal heart attack. I died for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my...
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC East rivals. It's the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. At CD, the Dolphins, they've got some high hopes for 2023. They feel like they've got the pieces to make a run. They need a little bit of health, but they think they can be right there in the AFC East.
And they'll want every game to be a track meet because speed is their calling card. If they're able to sprint out there ahead of people and make them chase, they'll be tough to reel in.
Well, meanwhile, for the Jets, even putting the quarterback situation aside, this is an exciting time for them right now. Yeah, they were just 7-10 last year, I get that, but they're building a roster that's potentially got some future stars involved.
They certainly are. Remember, going 7-10, they were 7-3 at one point last season, and they finished the year with the offensive and defensive Rookies of the Year. So you know that this roster is really on the rise.
The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his fourth NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
The secret to his game and his success? Incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. Bust through the tackle. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former 2nd overall pick, now in his 3rd season out of BYU.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
Bradley Chubb there on the tackle. Now 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be...
Touchdown, Jets! Allen Lazard, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Dolphins nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now Tua. That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Jefferson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Jake Bailey now. This is taken around the 12. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Up to the 20.
Down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Here's Hall again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Wilson now off the bootleg. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. To his throw, complete there to Berrios. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. So he'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive?
And he's into the clear. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. throwing now. Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to...
Touchdown! Alan Lazard. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. 2 now on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Jets.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
That's taken it around the 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Jeremy Ruckert
from 3 yards out.
And the Jets open the lead up to 34-0.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And all of that was capped off by a Jeremy Ruckert touchdown catch. Berrios now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Taken in at the 48. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that.
There he goes left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
165 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Wilson on the keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Zach Wilson
keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak.
And the Jets get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
2 and now on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Tua. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Tua to throw again. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Wilson and Wilson connecting here.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Play action. It's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Miami set to take over. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fielded at the 33. Oh, nice move. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 197 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Wilson wants to throw it. Wilson's got it complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, either threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.